Red Bull didn't just sell an energy drink, they sold adrenaline. But then they did something no beverage company had done before. They stopped being just a drink brand and became a full-blown media empire. While Coca-Cola bought billboards, Red Bull bought Sky. Their product wasn't just caffeine, it was content. And their marketing wasn't about the can, it was about lifestyle. Red Bull knew early, if you want people to remember you, make them feel something. So they turned every stunt into a story, every athlete into a brand ambassador. From extreme sports to space jumps, they became the camera behind the chaos, and that camera gave them global dominance. Red Bull Media House was born not as an AD agency, but as a content studio. They didn't run ads, they made documentaries, series, films, even music. Their media wasn't about energy drinks, it was about energy itself. Skateboarding, surfing, snowboarding, racing, they captured movement in its purest form. And suddenly, Red Bull wasn't selling drinks, they were selling identity. When Felix Baumgartner jumped from space, Red Bull didn't sponsor it. That one event gave them more global attention than any Super Bowl ad ever could. And it was free to watch on Red Bull's own platform. No middleman, no agents, just full storytelling control. Because Red Bull realized, if you become the source of content, you become irreplaceable. They didn't buy media, they became the media. And it worked. Red Bull TV launched, broadcasting sports no one else touched. From cliff diving to mountain biking, they didn't just find a niche, they created one. Their events became iconic. Red Bull Rampage, Flood Tag, Crashed Ice. Each one turned into viral content, replayed for years. They weren't selling a product, they were selling an emotion. The thrill, the risk, the rush. They made you feel like part of something dangerous and exciting. And behind the scenes, every move was a marketing master. Red Bull didn't pay influencers. They built their own athletes. From Max Verstappen to Travis Pastrana, they raised icons from scratch. They sponsored the rebels, the daredevils, the underdogs, because Red Bull's identity was edge and risk, not safety in mainstream. Their logo didn't sit on a can, it flew across racetracks, halfpipes, and helicopters. Red Bull even owns Formula One teams, soccer clubs, and esports divisions, not because they love sports but because they love audiences. Each of those verticals brings millions of eyeballs back to their brand. And when you control the sport, the team, and the media brand it's no longer about shelf space, it's about screen time. While Pepsi chusses ads, Red Bull creates experiences, and those experiences generate user-generated content. Fans post, share, and remix Red Bull events every day. Their brand spreads, not because of AD spend but because of culture. They built a world where energy equals expression, and they let customers live through their lens. Red Bull became an editor, director, and producer all in-house. And their content strategy is not seasonal, it's constant. A steady stream of content means constant engagement, and every piece strengthens their identity. They're not chasing trends, they're setting them. From music festivals to gaming tournaments, they speak youth fluently. Red Bull is no longer a drink, it's a lifestyle portal. Even their design is subtle, consistent, and iconic. They knew, the less you change your product, the more you can evolve your brand. Red Bull's storytelling strategy isn't accidental, it's architected. Each campaign builds on the last, every piece connects. They don't chase viral, they build legacy. That's why their marketing feels authentic, not forced. It's not about sales, it's about stories, and stories sell better than any billboard ever could. Red Bull also understands one critical truth: attention is the new oil. If you can own someone's attention, you can own their loyalty. And Red Bull has built a system that prints attention daily. Their ROI isn't measured in clicks, it's measured in community. A global tribe of adrenaline lovers, creatives, and each one not just a buyer but a believer. Because when you sell a feeling, you don't need to push a product. Red Bull's journey proves content isn't king, context is, and they own the perfect context for their brand. Limitless energy. From a tiny Austrian startup to a media giant, Red Bull redefined branding. They never begged for attention, they earned it. And in doing so, they built one of the most brilliant marketing empires in history. Not by shouting louder but by filming better. Red Bull gives you wings and a front row seat to the wildest show on earth.